Faldor in the house. How you doing, brother? I think I saw gold was doing really well. I'm not sure about silver. I'm sure silver's doing fine. I missed it. Silver 110. Good for you. Good for you. I missed the metals trade, bro. I'm thinking about getting into copper. Is it? Oh, no. Is it too late for copper? No one's here. Womp womp. Womp womp. JT in the house. How you doing, brother? Taking my Tadalafil. I was only down like 7, 8 grand last night, and then I don't know, it got to like 10 or 12 grand, and then eased up. I thought about, man, I keep thinking sell Rocket Lab because I think it is going to go lower today. Probably just going to be a short term blip. There's a reason for it. Give me the reason. Excuse me. Give me, I mean, there's kind of a reason. I don't know what. And we're down 22 grand. It just keeps bleeding down. Thank you, Rocket Lab and Tesla, that are down a lot. Don't ask me why. On Tesla. We got a place called Trader Joe's. We went there Saturday, got a lot of good. Bro, I don't know if Trader Joe's is new to North Carolina, but we've had that shit for decades. Yeah, it's a really good place to go. They've had Trader Joe's since I moved out here in the 80s. Expensive boogie? It's not crazy expensive when you compare it to like Sprouts or Whole Foods. They got some good deals, I guess. I don't want your freedom. Anyway, Rocket Lab is down probably because they were going to do a deal with some German company and acquire them. And then the German government said, nope, this is a matter of national security or something. Which, like, I don't know. I think a tank exploding is a bigger deal. Or maybe it's just down because the market's down. I mean, Tesla's down 10, bro. NASDAQ's actually up 80. The E-mini S&P's up 30. And everything I own is red. Make it make sense. Somewhat considering just selling everything, bro. I go through this. I am kind of seriously considering trimming my Rocket Lab position. Chris in the house. How you doing? My condolences. I was so this weekend sucked. I honestly don't care for any of the teams. Like I like Sam Darnold, I like Devontae Adams. I'm an underdog guy, so I was rooting for Stidham, kinda. I like Drake May, but I hate the Patriots. I hate the Broncos. I hate the Seattle Seahawks. And I don't really care for the Rams either, if I'm being honest. So I don't even know if I'm going to watch Super Bowl. I really don't. I have a good friend that's a Patriots fan. He's the most annoying person on the planet. All Patriots fans are super fucking annoying, dude. Nose up in the air. I think they're better than you. I honestly don't think the Patriots have much of a chance. Halftime show does not. Yeah, the halftime show looks like a complete clusterfuck. I don't know who Bad Bunny is. I know there's tens of millions of people that do because he's Latin, and I think he's Latin, and there's a lot of Latin people that love Latin music. Deport him. I'm kidding, but now he's gonna wear a dress. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Get the fuck out of here with that. I don't know if that's real or not, but that seems to be like true. He's racist. I don't know if he's racist or not. He's racist against white people. I mean, crypto got whacked this weekend or took a little hit. It's trying to catch a rebound. It's up 1,500 on Bitcoin at 88,000. I think it bounced off 100 EMA or some shit. Like what Shardy was saying. Are we really looking at the 100? I'm not interested in the 100. You want to look at the 200 on the daily or the 200 on the weekly? Sure. Both of those don't look good either. Well, Les in the house. How you doing, brother? How much snow did you get? That snow in that Denver game was nuts. There was no snow on the ground at halftime. By the fourth quarter, you couldn't even recognize a New England player. That was kind of a ironic, shitty situation for Denver because they couldn't move the ball in that. I mean, New England couldn't either. Oh man, that was the dumbest decision ever by Sean Payton by not kicking a field goal. I got to go to full screen for this. You have a generational defense. Give me a break with that shit. But you got a generational defense and you don't want to kick a field goal there? Go up 10-0, 2-score game? Are you fucking stupid? At the time, you were probably torn though, right, Chris? The reason it's so stupid was because you're on like the 15-yard line or the 20-yard line. It's still going to be really hard to get a touchdown. Like percentage wise, maybe 30% chance you're going to score a touchdown. I mean, he's a really good coach. So situational, everyone fucks up. He fucked up on that one, bro. Like 3 feet, then another 3 feet today. Nuts. You clear your driveway yourself or do you have someone else do it? And do you like have to do it or you'll get tickets and shit? Silver up 13.50 since we last convened. Yeah, I miss silver, dude. I'm not getting in silver now. I am highly interested in copper, though. Copper has a lot more utility. It's an AI play. It's an AI data center play because they need copper and there's going to be an ongoing shortage. I'm not saying going all in copper, but I'm thinking about, putting 5 to 10% of my portfolio in metals, heavy copper for sure. I have a couple bookmarks on like what to look at. I also have some bookmarks on Claude. I've been doing a lot of research on Claude. I kind of want to get some things going where I have Claude go to my account and pull all my positions at the end of the day and my profit loss and put it in the Discord. The VIP channel of the Discord. You got a pink slip? You looked at it all weekend? What does that mean? iShares Copper. ICOP. Penny stock? Oh, pink stock. No, I don't drive in this type of weather. Plus, I'm waiting for this shit to pass. You need to get a flamethrower. Damn, bro. Everyone's talking about copper right now. This shit's at all-time highs too. Are you fucking kidding me? I want this thing to like cool off for a minute. Everyone's talking about copper right now. Probably half the people in the stock market went out and bought copper today. You're not bullish enough for long COPEX, copper, FCX. I bet FCX is fucking on Mars right now. We're over here. We've been over here saying Bitcoin's better than gold and altcoins and shit. We were so stupid last run. Boy, did we get this wrong. We should have been in metals. Metals in the stock market, not crypto. I mean, if you got Bitcoin at 15,000 or whatever, good on you. You're the only winner. It's about to pop soon. I do think it's going to have a pullback. Long term, I think it's a good play, but I don't think rushing into it right now is. Just history tells you jumping into it right now is a little rough. That being said, there's such a demand for some of it. Even like lithium and nickel. Lithium's another one, bro. But they're going to ramp up new mines and shit. Like there's the same thing with energy. Like these are the plays that we need to be focused on. Energy. This is all energy and data center and AI related. Copper, for sure. Lithium. Like we need to keep this stuff on our radar. I'm not going to go full bore fucking metals like Faldor. All right, we're starting to try and scratch and claw our way back. I think I had some calls on somewhere that I can probably take off at a profit now. My fly for sure. I mean, I'm going to leave that on. Not a whole lot to make there. A-Rec. Lucy, Ricky in the house. Did you ever get into that? I remember you being all like, fucking, that's aluminum, bro. No one gives a shit about. Or do they do other stuff too? You play some boomer shit, bro. What song did you put in the Discord? I respected, but I'm like, you're way too. young to know what that is. Yeah, ELO. How the fuck do you know anything about ELO? That just continues to prove you're not black. There's critical minerals. Rare earths. There's just so many. I need to put this in the Discord. USAR, the United States, is like putting money into that shit. So that's probably on Uranus right now. They've been talking about that for a while. And because they were talking about it and already pumped up on it, I wasn't interested. But now the news became reality. Back to life. Back to reality. I wonder why things are all in the red. Monday mornings are pretty good. The stock market's not in the red in general. Nasdaq's up 90. E-mini S&P's up 30. LDI is green. Piece of shit LDI. And I had some call. Oh yeah, we got some calls on Irene. Come on, Irene. Gold is going to pump 50%, and those buying that top got to wait like 30 years for that run again. Yeah, maybe. I'm not super excited to get into gold. Silver, a little bit. Silver has some, but the ones that really have like need are like lithium and copper. They're not as sexy as silver and gold, but a lot more. They're in massive need. Copper's in all around me right now. I got a spider. What's with all the webs from all the spiders? Webs from all the spiders. I got copper fucking surrounding in the walls, all around my desk, fucking in my Ethernet cables, in my power cables, in my monitors, in every electronic device that I own. Bishop in the house. Bought copper January, turned the up a little bit. Bought gold at 1700, silver at 17. Hell yeah. Yeah, I missed the metals trade, bro. Good for you. Good for you. There's so many good things to be in right now. Drones, energy, metals, crypto, not. Boomer listening Gen Xer. What? You calling me a boomer listening Gen Xer? Bitch. You better fucking watch yourself. Portal alert. Silver Gold talk to you. Silver Gold talk know me. Well, I don't. You have fucking. You having a seizure? Hmm. Probably Ebonics. No, you, sir, and thank you. Oh, you are welcome. Oh, that word just let me completely down. Okay, so no, no. All right, I'm gonna go with this. Oh no. Oh no. I think I saw a video of a couple months ago saying copper usually runs versus Bitcoin right before. Oh yeah, I've seen that shit before. People with their dumbass theories. Gold hit all time highs too. Well, this metals trade is fucking nuts, dude. Silver, has Faldor really got a chance of being right? 289? Like, where did you pull that fucking number out of your head anyway? I'm dropping a lot of F bombs today. Sorry if the kids are watching. Had a long weekend. I'm a bit under the weather. Had to work till like 10:30 on Friday night. Wrecked me, bro. I haven't had a good night's sleep since. Got the firewall cut over though for a major city. Because your boy's got skills. Where's bitch ass Jason? He's probably not going to get out of bed all week. Surprised Chris got out of bed. I would have called in sick today. I need a mental health day. What do you mean agree to disagree? That's literally just a factual. These guys are such morons. I'm not interacting with these idiots anymore. Bunch of fucking losers on Twitter arguing about Gene Steratore and like, get a fucking life, dude. Oh, I can't believe he changed his mind with the refs. He always agrees with the refs. He offers nothing to the dude. I've seen him disagree plenty of times. I've seen him agree plenty of times. I think he's an excellent analyst. You're just mad because the call didn't go your way, bitch. It went your way, and then they changed it. It is a weird, and people can't wrap their head around the physics because momentum carried the ball. Like, so he's going backwards and throws it. It's technically a forward. It was technically a forward pass, but because he's going backwards and velocity and all that, the ball landed behind the line of scrimmage. He's moving backwards as he throws it. The ball has that velocity already with it. It's one of the reasons, like, we can't just launch a spaceship and easily get to the sun. Getting to the sun's actually super difficult because we're traveling at 180,000 miles an hour or some shit. And when the rocket launches, it's moving like that too. Rocket science is hard, bitch. So is football science when you're in motion. There's been plays where, like, the quarterback and the running back are both across the line of scrimmage. The quarterback's running, and he throws it behind him. But because they're both running forward so fast, the ball is traveling forward as at, like 15 miles an hour, however fast the quarterback's running. It's already doing that when he throws it. And by the time the running back catches it, he's actually further up the field. So it's a forward pass, even though it was a backwards pass. Can't remember who it was. Can't remember who what was. The NFL plans to use AI more extensively to help with the officiating calls. Yeah, that's good. I'm all for it. AI is going to change things considerably. If you're not learning how to do AI, good luck, buddy. Like if you didn't learn how to use the internet and email, you were good luck. And we use it for, governments can be run on AI, and that might be the future. Or heavily entrenched within the government, for sure. AI is going to be an ongoing evolution. And you better learn how to use it, bitch. Or pray that Elon's right and you just get high income for doing dick. Good luck on him being right on that one. Good luck on fucking paychecks being sent to your house for sitting on your ass anytime soon. Good fucking luck. And it's still going to be the people that are shaking and baking with businesses and stuff. They're going to be the rich. You might get your monthly nut. I'm thinking everyone's just going to be traveling around the world with exotic vacations and driving around Lambos. If everyone had a Lambo, does everyone want a Lambo? I mean, I don't want a Lambo. I think they're retarded. I think owning a Lambo is about the most retarded thing you can do. You're a simple-minded. First of all, you're simple-minded. If I'm insulting you, sorry, bro. I don't know what to say. Don't take it personal. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm the retard. They have no practical value. They're a pain in the ass to get in and out of. You can't see out the window. They break down. I don't even think they look that cool, to be honest. I'd rather have a Porsche. I mean, honestly, I'd rather just have a Tesla that can drive. I'd much rather have that. Some gay ass Lambo. Boy, I'm on fire this morning of just freaking. Philip Rivers is out as head coach. That sucks. He's withdrawn. I think he would have been a good coach. I really like him. Got a great attitude. NVIDIA announces $2 billion investment in CoreWeave. Damn. I have recently said I like CoreWeave. And looks like we're still treading around down about 18, 19,000. Lots of red. Everything I own is red. Every fucking position I own is red, bro. Stock market's up. I'm red. Stock market's up 100. I don't have one winning position. Not one. What am I doing wrong? I could be a billionaire and I'd never buy it. Yeah, thank you. Exactly. I might buy one just to blow it up. I might buy one just to take a upper decker on it. I got you going in my car, just snow blowing the driveway. Hell yeah. You can snow blow your driveway away in your car? When you take like a snow blower and strap it to the hood? Like, how does, what kind of car? Are we talking truck? Probably drinking whiskey. Got a pile of silver in the passenger seat. You're petting it. Ah, my precious. Ah, my precious. Maybe even yanking one out, painting the walls of your car white to the silver. That's my name. That name again is Mr. I don't know what the fuck you're doing, Ricky. Making a bad joke. It went way over my head. Oh, let's see what Shardy B has to say. P&L selling on good news. LPTH, Apple, P&L, love it. Good room. RCAT, PL, blah, Rock is allergic to holding big gains. It's 80. I mean, really? Rocket Lab's allergic to holding big gains. It was $41 in December. 8 weeks later, it's double. And it's in a bull flag. Calm down. 6, Jason in the house. How you doing, brother? My condolences. Let's see this gay ass, buffet ass. 6 pages. He must increase the font size. The only thing that makes sense. Oh, font size is the same. No, I think it's a little bigger. Yeah, he increased the font size. Maybe not. Yeah, he definitely increased the font size. He plays gay ass games. Course member bundle coupons. Like, what is the point of putting your course member bundle coupon in a report that you have to be a course member to get? And are people supposed to give the code away, or are you going to give them a taste? I think people are morons for paying for this. It's talking a little bit about the yen trade, trying to be acting like that has anything to do with anything. Pre-market flat might be misleading. $2 billion in NVIDIA investment in CoreWeave. CoreWeave and Fuego. That's probably good for NBIS, yeah. Here's one. Maybe get in this. Got a bull flag if you believe in technical analysis, which I don't. And it's a good data center play. Down quite a bit from all-time highs. You watched? No, I haven't watched it yet. Is it any good?
Most people have never heard of the copper.
Oh, go fuck yourself. Is this the Bitcoin related? Oh, fuck off, bro. I want to watch it. When I first saw the commercials for it, I thought it was like a comedy. I heard they're pretty like gay short episodes. I think so. I do, but the final season of Game of Thrones kind of sucked. They were very sloppy with the writing in the final season. They just gave up. They just ended it. But they're only like 30-minute episodes, which maybe it works with my attention span. I'll probably wait till it's over. I couldn't get into the one with the House of the Dragons or whatever. I watched the first season. It was boring as shit. It had a really cool ending with that chick I like. Flying in on that dragon. And then I tried to watch the second season. I just couldn't do it. The first 2 episodes, 8 of 10. Yeah, I'll probably wait. I don't probably wait until I can just marathon it on a weekend or something. MP open, blah, blah. Rates down, mini dips, unclear, unemployment will fall off a cliff, volatility likely higher this year as Fed digs in. Yeah, this guy's a fucking clown. And then the rest of his buffet report in bigger font. Big fat nothing burger on his report. My alpha report today, it's going to be a volatile week. I can say all the cookie cutter comments like have dry powder on the side, don't be over blah, blah, blah. Fact of the matter is, my formula is pretty good. I'm not going to sit there and tell you all the things that investors that try and look smart tell you. Have dry powder. Be diversified. You want to know the keys to success? Be in a position to be able to afford being wrong so you don't panic sell. Have extra income. Manage risk for sure. Like I'm maybe not doing the best job of managing risk right now. I'm overweight in Rocket Lab. I'm overweight in Tesla. If those go bankrupt, I'm retiring in under the bridge. Be able to handle pain. I'm down 21 grand today. Pain. I've been down as much as like 40, 50, 60 grand in a day. That shit ain't fun, dude. But you buy quality and you have faith in it. You get good investment theses. I've been spoon feeding you good investment theses for years. Have I been right every time? No. But my most recent investment thesis, Space, how's that working out? Not so great today, but up freaking great overall. I'm going to go back two years ago, 2023, when we bought a bunch of Coinbase at $67. That one worked out. Rotated into Robinhood. That one worked out. Rotated into Rocket Lab. Before the SpaceX IPO, rockets were hot. That worked out. Got into some energy plays. Made a shitload off Oklo. Now we got a sound investment thesis going forward. Maybe put some of your portfolio into metals. I like copper. I don't know about buying it today. I think you can buy copper today and you'll be up money in 5-10 years. You know what I mean? Are you going to 10x? I don't know. Who knows? There's definitely a copper shortage that's going to happen. Unless, like, there is this thing called humanity that goes out and they change regulations and fire up a bunch of new copper mines. Next thing you know, we're lousy with copper. That's possible, bro. Same with energy. Maybe Trump continues to sign executive orders and they just cut a lot of red tape on these nuclear. Next thing you know, we're lousy with energy, nuclear power plants and solar. We as a humanity have the ability to solve problems. We also have the ability to get in our own way. So that's what you're trading. You got to stay fluid as we get into energy and copper. If we start seeing regulation and a lot of new copper mines coming and you know what I'm saying, then you get the out. This isn't die hard. You buy copper right now and you just ignore what's going on in the world, you got to stay in touch. Is copper going to continue to be a shortage? Are there still a lot of red tape? Is the data center demand still scaling and out of control and can't meet demand? How does that play into silicon? How does all these batteries and battery plays, Tesla and EOS and all this stuff, play into lithium? Should we be in lithium? What new metals might be hot because they find that it works better in, like, say, batteries or whatever? Have you actually hopped on eBay? And I was looking at boxes of copper pipe to buy and just sticking. No, I'm not that fucking nuts, dude. I'm not an end of the world type bro. I'm not hoarding silver in my safe and fucking walking around garbage pickup week, cutting power cords and stockpiling them in my garage and then later stripping them down and getting the copper. I mean, that's just not my, that's what you enjoy doing, then go for it, bro. Going out on like garbage week, grabbing a bunch of power cords, and then on the weekend, go out into your garage, turn on your AM radio, and listen to Imus and strip down your copper. Samsung's coming out with a silver battery. Sure they are. Why would you come out? Why would you want a battery that requires a really expensive metal? Does it outperform? Or is it people that want battery with bling? Put some diamonds on your battery. Go all in. Rocket Lab down 4. Check it out. Rapid chargers. H&L performs. What is H&L? ASTS down 7. Did they have bad news? Black Sky down 2. Man, this is a rough day. The Meet Kevin plays, well, I mean, it's flat. I don't know how the NASDAQ can be up. Gold 51.25 on the futures. The NASDAQ's up 146 points and everything I own is red. What's on the economic calendar this week? Some shit. The Fed. There's some Fed shit this week. What's the SPXW M2 money supply doing? Just kind of hanging around the halfway point to doom. Bitcoin up $2,000, 88.6. Back into the bear flag. Didn't break down yet. So you saying there's a chance? There's a little chance. I'm not buying Bitcoin. Durable goods. Fed press conference. Ooh, interest rate decision. Today? Or 2 days? Yeah, 2 days. Interest rate decision. I mean, that's not really news. There's not going to be an interest rate cut. So I don't really think that's anything. The risk is to the upside because they cut rates. And that could cause the market to go up, I guess. Maybe it could cause it to go down. You don't know. The market can be like, why are they cutting rates when they shouldn't? I hate it when it does that. Log in. Are you? %97 chance of no change. 2.8% chance of a rate cut. Oh, is this it? Don't look. This has a chance of being right. Ugh. Dude, this is my last chance, bro, and this could be wrong. Is there any other possible? Oh, it could be. Oh no. Oh no. I think it has a better chance of being this word because this is how Wordle is. No! It was. Oh no, I could have got it. My voice to text is all left up. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I changed the right answer, guys. Ugh. That's the first loss I've had.
The truth, brother, is when it gets out there in the ring of life.
How is this down by contact on Cup? But Brandon Cooks was a no catch versus the Broncos. I mean, that's a good question. I mean, he didn't survive the ground. That's what I kept hearing about. Again, I'm not arguing Buffalo should have won the game. I just want to understand this inconsistency on these fucking catches, bro. 1, 2, 3. So I think that's why. He had 3 steps. I don't think you have to survive the ground after 3 steps. He made a football. Oh, are you saying the same thing as me? Yeah. He had 3 steps. I don't think you have to survive the ground. You're being all fancy with the football move. He made a football move. I'm in Gene Scarator's officiating class. Don't fucking argue with me. I'm in the talks about getting access to exclusive. Yeah, sure. Happy Monday, X, and happy start to the week. Oh, this is pretty funny. Listen to Daddy. That Alex Honnold climb was pretty impressive. I mean, it's nothing compared to when he did El Capitan or whatever. It was El Capitan, right? That free solo on El Capitan is fucking insane. That would be
22 trigger. Easiest thing in the world.
that would be pretty cool to have. I don't know that it has much use. Do you think the Democrats are like all pro gun now, which is hilarious. AOC pro gun, pro Second Amendment? Are you fucking kidding me? What? You guys have been trying to get rid of guns for decades. Now all of a sudden we're pro-gun. I don't know what, like it, the most frustrating thing about all of this is foreign actors inciting the chaos, taking a fan and brushing oxygen onto the fire and causing a lot of people with mental health issues to completely lose their shit. I do have to wonder, I wonder why it's so chaotic in Minnesota and not elsewhere. Like they're doing ice raids other places, you know that, right? Why is it so fucking nuts in Minnesota? Is it because their government's trying to cover up the fraud? I don't know. When there's smoke, there's fire. The lieutenant governor and the campaign manager and shit, apparently, allegedly, are admins in the whatchamacallit chat. What's that shit called they use? Signals? I've never used Signals, I don't think. Maybe like early on, was that really hot? Like everyone, you had to have an exclusive invite. I can't remember what that one was, if it was Signals or not. But I don't know what's true with a lot of this shit because a lot of it's made up. They're generating photos showing that the guy had a gun in his hand. And this photo that like the officer doesn't have a head. And people are believing, oh, you could see it was, first of all, it didn't look anything like a gun. I'm pro Second Amendment. I've had a carry permit. I didn't renew it. I just, whatever. But one of the first things you learn is it's a major responsibility to carry a weapon. And don't put yourself into situations. Definitely don't take your carry gun to a protest that's violent and get in a confrontation with officers. That alone, even if he wasn't, even what happened didn't happen and he was just arrested, he should have gotten his CCW taken away. False flag for martial law. Anything? Oh yeah, the Epstein files. Oh, they're not. Look, what they're doing with the Epstein files probably ain't right. Maybe it's a national security. I don't know. I would say there's plenty of pedophiles on both sides. So, but I do think Walt should be thrown in prison. Maybe I'm overreacting to bad information, but there is a lot of fraud in Minnesota. I don't know if he's behind it or if he's trying to cover it up. He's definitely trying to CYA, in my opinion. But sending in the National Guard, the Minnesota Guard to help the people, like, no, look, I get it. I don't get why you're so want to die on this hill, but I don't know. It's just nuts to me, dude. I do think they should enact the Insurrection Act. Maybe I'm too extreme, but do I think? I don't know. I'm torn because look, Obama deported way more people than Trump so far, but his tactics were a little bit less aggressive, or quite a bit less aggressive. Trump has like freed up how aggressive we can be. And there's a balancing act. Like we do have to be more aggressive because there is a lot of violent crime and a lot of fraud and a lot of, so I do think they should be a little bit more aggressive. You're going to crack a few eggs, unfortunately. So there's no perfect solution. Like there's no perfect solution, but we can't sit there and do nothing. Pretty soon the whole entire country is going to be on fire. So I don't know. I do know that you shouldn't take a gun to a gunfight unless you want to risk getting shot. You know what I mean? Not very smart. Sorry. As a former CCW, not very smart. Gun to a riot, to protests that are borderline riots. People breaking the law, interacting with federal law enforcement, getting into confrontations with federal law enforcement. Shit could go sideways. It was tragic what happened. But you put yourself in a situation where that could happen. Sorry. People screaming that it's murder. Wow. I mean, is that on the table? Sure. But it's a low likelihood. Are there federal ICE agents out there going around using their power because they're really serial killers? And any chance they get, they're just going to murder someone? Wow. Saying this stuff on YouTube, bro. I'm surprised they still have a channel, to be quite honest. This one ain't getting views, that's for sure. This one ain't making the algorithm. I don't know. All this shit about China is pretty crazy too. Apparently there was a attempted coup. We had operatives as high as their top general. Matt Stafford was reportedly heard screaming. You know, there was a rumor going around that Bo Nix actually hurt his ankle celebrating in the locker room. God effing damn it. The Super Bowl is a layup. Yeah. I think LA is actually probably a better chance of beating New England than Seattle, but I don't think New England can beat either team. I mean, they got a chance. We'll have to see. Seattle has a way better defense than LA. So it's going to be hard for New England, most likely. But LA was able to put up good points on them. LA has a better offense than Seattle, but Seattle has a great offense, dude. They're hard to stop. They took a little bit of a hit with what's-his-face getting injured, one of their running backs, but they got a really good coach, a really good offensive line, a really good scheme, so you can plug and play. Let's put that to the test. Let's see how their other running back did. I want the Seattle rushing. Kenneth Walker, 62 yards. He did the bulk, so they didn't really use a second running back. JSN, 10 catches for 153 yards. One touchdown where he was just wide open. Like, hello, Mike'ster in the house. Sorry, I didn't notice you. You've probably been there for a while. Yeah, gold. Ooh. We're down 25,000, guys. That is crappy. It takes about 12 years to produce copper, and you get EVs, blah, blah, blah. As a former Special Forces warrant officer with multiple rotations running counterinsurgency ops, both hunting insurgents and trying to separate them from sympathetic populations, I've seen organized resistance up close from Anbar to Helmand. So this is what I call an SME, a subject matter expert. The pattern is familiar. Who is this guy? Retired Green Beret. Skeptical patriot questioning narratives, governance and security, intel background focused on truth beyond mainstream. I'm following this, bro. The pattern is familiar. Spotters, cutouts, dead drops are modern equivalents, disciplined comms, role specialization, and a willingness to absorb casualties while bleeding the stronger force slowly. What's unfolding in Minneapolis right now isn't protest, it's low-level insurgency infrastructure built by people who've clearly studied the playbook. This is a subject matter expert. And he sees the signs, and the signs are clearly there. Single groups at 1,000-member cap per zone, dedicated roles, mobile chasers, plate checkers, log. Yeah, this is insane what they're doing. It's fucking insane how well organized they are. You think there's like Russian or Chinese operatives in there? Just playing with those people's minds? Shared databases, dispatch nodes, vectoring assets, salute style reporting, daily chat rotations and time deletions, delete, forensic recovery, vetting process for new joiners, mutual aid. This is nuts what's going on. This is not tinfoil hat, dude. Look. There's clearly something going on in Minnesota. It's borderline tinfoil hat that Waltz is behind it. I say borderline. Are you like hardcore against this and you want to go protest and be part of this? Or you don't think they're organized? You don't think they're running around checking plates and being violent and shit? Like, all the videos are fake, all of them. All of it's fake, all of it's AI. This guy is a Green Beret with decades in counterinsurgency. Did he just make all that up? Maybe that he's not really an ex Green Beret with decades of counterintelligence and insurgency, you know? Maybe this entire tweet is made up from China. It's possible. Maybe all this signal stuff is made up. Maybe everything we're seeing on Twitter is made up. The videos of the people getting killed are AI. No one really got killed. I've only seen ICE agents off people. Yeah, I know. At a certain point, I don't know if you're trolling or not, but you're not being very productive. It's a real situation, a real problem, and you just sitting there on your little, driving around in your little truck on the way to your shitty ass job because you hate your life and trolling. Like, this is a major problem. It's a major problem unfolding, and it's cracking our society. I do think foreign actors are involved, stoking the fire, trying to take down the United States, and you're over there laughing, trolling. Time to get serious. Every now and then you gotta get off your little troll chair and get serious, Ricky. Yes, and they're mostly on Twitter. What's mostly on Twitter? Is my chair cold? No, it's not. The house has been comfy since I've gotten the new windows.
Shit needs to get done. Here's the thing that I need for protesters and everyone to start realizing, okay, we're at war. The protests are over. There's no more protesting. This is combat now. So when I come onto the field, I'm not screaming at people.
He said he's getting ready to go there and combat, bro. Like, people really ready to go to war over this? Or is this just made up? This could be made up. Anything by libs of TikTok? That made up. I was here during J6 when people tried to disrupt the transfer power, and you spent like 2 minutes saying, yeah, that's kind of crazy. I spent more than 2 minutes. You got selective memory. I spent quite a bit of time. That didn't last very long. It was 1 day. And I talked about it plenty, bitch. And I said it was nuts. I think Trump might have was definitely probably behind it. I think it was all wrong. I think mistakes were made, but it was 1 day. There was some fallout. This has been going on for weeks. And it's ratcheting up. People are dying. Well, I think one person died at Jan 6? Like, do I think this is the last death? I don't fucking know. Probably not. With all these people talking about going there with their guns and being violent in combat, probably going to be some more deaths, bro. I think it's heavily TDS fueled. It's a battle. There's a battle going on between Trump and Waltz, and Waltz is escalating it. I think most of this comes from people's hatred of Trump more than anything. And then they start justifying some of their beliefs. I do think there's a lot of irrationality going on. Christian Bale might be in Heat 2 with Leo. Adam Driver, we can agree on that. There is a lot of irrationality going on. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of irrationality, bro. And I said plenty about Jan 6. I don't sit there and just champion one side. If you're making mistakes or doing the wrong thing, I'm not going to agree with you. I don't care if you're Trump, if you're Waltz, Do I agree with everything ICE is doing? I mean, I think there could be a little bit of more, but I think some shit needs to be done. You come off a lot stronger with the left. Right now, yeah, because it's fucking insane, dude. What's going on in Minnesota is fucking insane. Very easy handout with the ones that butter your biscuit. I mean, sure. If you don't think what's going on in Minnesota is fucking nuts, you're a retard. If you don't think there's high level... If you don't think there's high level people involved, high level organization, trained organization on how to do this stuff, money You know what I mean? You're fucking nuts, dude. We thought it was nuts when federal agents started roaming the streets. I mean, they've been doing that for years, bro. I don't understand. They've been doing these raids for years. Their scope is widened, and it's more in your face because people hate Trump. It's that simple. And then you got Waltz taking on Trump. There is definitely shit going on. I'm aware of the transgender who threw a concrete block last night. We are looking. Why aren't they anywhere else? Why isn't this going on anywhere else? What do you mean? Why isn't ICE in Texas? But they probably are. Bitch. If they're doing raids in Texas, you can shut the fuck up. Yes, U.S. has been conducting multiple immigration across Texas in recent weeks. ICE arrested 84 people in North Texas. Multi in Austin and San Antonio leading to protests. So there's protests there, but they're not out of control. Hayes County, recent raids with local police not involved, sparking backlash over zero respect and use of force. So they're a little bit upset over there. Them Texans got guns, bro. Ongoing raids. Increased operations at construction sites and border. Yeah, they're heavily involved. They're heavily involved all around the United States. I hate to break it to you, but shit's popping off like this in Minnesota. Where there's smoke, there's fire, bro. And there's a lot of fucking smoke in Minnesota. Like there's a lot of smoke in my portfolio. My portfolio is on fire. Probably because of Minnesota. I say let's give Minnesota to Canada and take out and replace it with Alberta. A lot of smoke on those files. Yeah, there is. Deflection. Okay? Like, what do I think that should release? Sure, release them. But they're going to be redacted. You guys won't shut up about Epstein, dude. Like, shit happens on both sides. But why don't you go fucking storm the Capitol and demand the Epstein files if that's such a big deal? Huh? The Epstein files. Shut the fuck up, dude. Like, get a grip. That's just deflection to try and, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse was a hero. This guy's a terrorist. Completely different situation. Stupid ass argument, bro. Do I agree with everything about Kyle Rittenhouse? First of all, I'm not an expert on the matter, but he immediately surrendered to the police. That is, like, everyone's like, oh, the Epstein files. Like, if they would release the Epstein files, then would everything be okay? You could stand down your protests. Why aren't you storming the Capitol over the Epstein files? Is that a much bigger deal than ICE? Which one's the big deal? ICE or what ICE is doing, or the Epstein files? I'm curious. I already told you, like, I don't know what you thought was going to happen with the Epstein files. Why do you think it's taking so long? Redaction. Now, you're not going to ever get the Epstein files, bro. Eventually the Democrats will be in office. Do you think you're going to get the Epstein files in? Good fucking luck. You think if AOC's president, she might, because she ain't in that shit. But she's going to redact everything that hurts the Democratic Party. Come on, use your brain. Not with that attitude? Yeah. The common sense attitude? You think there's not going to be cover ups no matter who's in office on the Epstein files until they're all dead? And even then, they'll be like, oh, all those people are dead. It doesn't matter, but it still hurts your party. I mean, you have no idea what was going on in the Epstein files. It could be way worse than what you're imagining, or not as bad. I'm deflecting. How am I deflecting? I've been telling you all along that you're not ever going to get the Epstein files to your satisfaction. They could release the entire thing unredacted and people would still be like, oh, they deleted a bunch of shit. You can't win with the Epstein files. Get over that shit, dude. Pull your head out of your ass. There's corruption at all levels of government. You can't control that one. You can bitch and moan all you want, but you're never going to get it. We're breaking the law by not releasing. Okay. So let AOC become president. She could throw them all in jail and release it. Do you think that's going to happen? No. It's all just smoke and mirrors, bro. Not sure if I knew that. Thumbs up. Someone's trying to get a fucking healthy ban. I know how much of a bootlicker you are and how much you love the law. I don't know. You twist this how much I love the law out of the way. Just because I say things like you shouldn't impede law enforcement doesn't mean I agree with all laws. You shouldn't break the law doesn't mean I agree with all laws. My opinion would be if you don't agree with the law, you don't go to the city hall or the government capitol or the federal capitol with a handgun and start shoving police officers. Go to the capitol if you don't like the law, you don't like a federal law, strap down and go punch a police officer in the face. That's my point. You don't get violent with law enforcement. Well, if you agree or disagree, you don't get violent with law enforcement. Do I agree with all laws? No. Am I ready to get violent because I disagree with the law? Put my life at risk? Fight for my freedom over, like, are we really, what am I, like, why am I even engaging with you at this? At what point did the RN get violent? I don't know that he got violent, but he resisted arrest. He was resisting, which is violent. He clearly resisted. Look, dude, I don't know how I get this through your simp brain. You don't take a gun, period, to a protest like that and get in confrontations with the police. Federal law, you don't do that. It's that simple. Doing so puts you at a higher risk for what happened to happen. Accidental or not. You know what I'm saying? You know who isn't going to get shot today? Me. Because I'm not going to Minnesota with my handgun in my fucking waistband and I'm going to go yell at and whistle in a federal agent's face, get up all in his way, and then if they start pushing me to the ground, resisting. You know what I mean? That's a pretty clear formula to not get shot. What does leather taste like? Pretty nasty. I mean, you're just trolling, dude. But if you honestly believe what you're saying, that he wasn't at fault, you're fucking high, dude. Taking a gun and getting in a federal officer's face puts you at risk. I wonder how many people there have guns like that. And you know what I'm saying? It's his fault. Yeah. It starts with him. You cannot look, I get people, I get it, I get your opinion, but you can't hold an officer at fault making split-second decisions when people are on social media saying this is combat, go there with your guns and fight, and you show up with your gun and you get in you start shoving an officer, accidents can happen. And guess what? The people at the top could be charged for the murder too. I'm talking about the people in everyone in that signal group can be charged as an accessory to murder. Yeah, but dude, let me explain something to you. An execution is where they take someone, they have him to the ground, and he's clearly subdued, no longer resisting arrest. It's been a little bit of time. Every officer is aware that he no longer is carrying a weapon, and then they shoot him. That's an execution. When it's split second in a chaotic protest like that, that's a tragic accident that I don't think you can hold the federal officers accountable for. Now, again, this isn't the situation in general. Somewhat falls on how our government's doing this, but I think it's way more on the side of just the protests, how these protests are being done. Manslaughter, whatever. I'm done with you. Honestly, I am. Fuck you. Seriously, go fuck yourself, bro. I don't know if you honestly believe this or not. I find it hard to believe you're honestly that retarded. Give me a kiss in a fight. I'm not if you believe this and you're honestly that retarded, I feel sorry for you, bro. That's how I'm ending it. I feel sorry for you. Do I think it's all his fault? I don't know. I'm the autistic one? Okay. I mean, I'm slightly autistic, maybe. I'll pray for you. I don't need you to pray for me. We're down 25,000. Pray for my portfolio. All right, everyone. This sucks. I'm tired of the Minnesota thing. I really am. I don't want to see it on my timeline anymore. I think the National Guard should go in. I think they gotta clean it up. Look, I get it. You don't like it, but what you're doing is borderline domestic terrorism. Hate to break it to you. No, the cause is more important than the law, Tom. Okay. All right. Anyway, you have a great day. Straight up tripping. You all have a great day.